So today's Canvas video is going to take you through the different online assignment types that your students can submit to you via Canvas. So you're probably familiar with the Google LTI assignment type because being a Google district, we've really focused on that a lot. But just kind of want to remind you of some of the other types of assignments you can have students submit to you. So I am in my Canvas dashboard. I'm going to go into my sandbox. You would go into your course. And I'm going to navigate to my modules because I prefer to build in modules. Now, I'm going to show you how you find these features, how you find these type of assignments. And then after that, I'm going to actually give you a demo of two of the types, what it looks like for your students. So I have my math module. I'm going to make my example under that. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go under the module I want it to be under, hit that plus sign. I'm going to choose assignment. I'm going to create it as a new assignment, and we're going to call this test assignment. All right, so that's made the title of the assignment right here. Now I need to go ahead and go in and edit it. So I'm going to click on it. I'm going to click edit. Up top here, you have your rich content editor. Usually I do a table because I find it very visually appealing for my littles. I always do my goal and my task. Perfect. Now we're going to go down here. You're going to assign it to whichever assignment group you want. If it's literacy related, if it's math related, you can do complete or incomplete. All right, now down here, submission type. This is where we're going to focus for this video. When you click online, it's going to give you a variety of options. So we want to make sure you're aware of them. Text box is going to give your students a text box to respond into. So think more paragraph or longer length. URL is going to give them an option to paste a URL, and that is it, and submit it to you. So you might use URL if you're going to have your students maybe submit a Google slide deck that you had them work on but didn't create an assignment for. Maybe if your students do something in Adobe Spark and you need the URL, they're going to submit it to you. So think of any time you would have your students like, oh, email me the URL or copy and paste it and email it to me. No. Do it in Canvas, have them submit it that way so you can easily have a list of those resources that your kids have made. Media recordings. This is going to be like very similar to Flipgrid without all the bells and whistles that Flipgrid has. So students can submit a video. You can make it so that kids can see each other's video, but the only option then they have is to like it. Does not have all, like I said, all the bells and whistles of Flipgrid, but it is an option. Student annotation, you can actually find another video on student annotation. I would say of all of these features, student annotation is my favorite for elementary because the possibilities are endless and the students can annotate over a PDF or something you've already created. So watch that video on student annotations. File upload. This would be more if you're going to maybe have your students upload pictures, upload files they've created. But for the most part, you're probably going to have your students create things that are web-based. So they would just share the URL with you. You can select as many of these as you want. If you want students to do multiples within one assignment, totally up to you. All right, same as we go down here. We're not going to focus on group assignments or peer reviews at this point. Assigning it to everyone, creating a due date, very similar to how you use the Google LTI. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and save and publish that for now. All right, now I want to show you I just want to remind you what these look like as a student. You're probably very familiar with these because these assignment types are used in the HR course. So if you've completed the HR courses, you've used them as a student. But I just want to bring your attention to what this looks like. So let's start with a text box example. I am in student view right now. So this is what it would look like for my students. They're going to click on the text box example. It's going to say, here's what I want them to do for today. Okay, so during my read aloud, I want them to listen and come up with their wonders, their thoughts, their questions. This would be something I would walk them through, have, a rubric, have demo it for them before they even did a tech example. All right, and I'm going to go ahead and have them start the assignment. Now they have the rich content editor right here, and they can go ahead and begin typing for me. Okay, they can even post, share links, they can add pictures, everything that you can do with rich content editor, they can also do. So example, when they're done, they just hit submit. So if you don't have your students doing a huge project, but you want to collect some evidence from them, use the text box feature. It's a great tool. All right. Let me just show you the difference between the text box and the URL. So that was the text box example. URL example, very similar up front. Go ahead and hit start assignment. And now this is where they can upload their URL. They can also go via Google Drive. It's not available for me right now because I'm mass grading as a student, but your students right here will be able to connect their Google Drive and actually upload directly from Google. So you don't even have to really have them change the share settings or anything like that. They can just hit Google Drive, connect their drive right here, and it will be able to connect it for you. But since I'm pretending I'm a student, it's not giving me that feature. So those are the different assignment types that Canvas has to offer. Like I said, watch the student annotations video because that's another huge, powerful tool. And then connect with your tech coach and try some of these out. Even your littles will be able to do these activities. That text box one, you could have them write one sentence, give them a sentence starter, have them complete it. So connect with us. We're here to help you. Hopefully that helps you figure out how you might want to use Canvas more with your students.